Housing crisis, housing crisis, housing crisis. Elsewhere. This is the word you are listening elsewhere throughout the world. Similarly, in Canadian immigration also, all Canadian citizens, Canadian governments, all are blaming Canadian immigration system. This is the system, immigration system, who is making this problem of housing crisis. How much they are right? Are they on mistake? This is biggest question. In my mind, a lot of factors which I need to discuss in this clip. You will be able to know that why housing crises are developing in developed countries. Housing crisis developing in developed countries. Developed countries, remember, they planned their immigration, they planned their housing crisis, they planned their unemployment, they planned their inflation 5 years, 10 years before. Like Cambridge University may make paper 5 years before. So why they are not able to handle this worst problem of housing crisis, due to which significant changes are taking place. When any earthquake takes place in the world, you listen, this is earthquake, you became very attentive, this is breaking news for you. But I will tell you, breaking news is not earthquake. Breaking news of the future are the housing crisis in the developed countries. People will keep coming out of these countries, and they already started coming out of these countries. Without house, members of the family, they cannot live there. Individuals cannot work there. And due to less numbers of houses, the rents and the prices of houses are just going on sky. Not in Canada, in Australia, in UK, in USA. And similarly, very similar situation occurring, and very similar reasons coming in these other developed countries as well. This is just because of immigration system. Due to immigration, people are coming from other countries, and houses are less, and they created housing crisis. Immigrants are being blamed elsewhere. I think this is 2025 now. 2025 becoming a very worst experience for immigrants throughout the world. Just see what's happening in United States. People are being deported. Illegals, no issue. I personally, as immigration analyst, is in favor of illegal deportation. Even there are some innocent women, children are there. We see their deportation is questionable. But question is only one: why these women, children were forced, motivated to enter through illegal way? But biggest question that legal individuals are being deported from different countries due to lack of houses. The countries are making pretext, and pretext is that we have problems, we have financial problems, you are not following this law, you are not following that law, whatever the reasons they are making, but they are just changing their immigration laws to deport all people. It's very easy to convert one legal individual to illegal individual. It's very easy. You just assess the Canadian immigration. They told that when any student will finish the degree, normally he was able to get PGWP, which is the postgraduate work permit visa, mean that student is able to work, and then he is able to extend the work permit, and then he is able to get the permanent residence. But what is happening now? Changing the law, it's trick, it's magic, that you will be thinking, sir, illegal people are not have no right to stay in that country, and they must be deported. I am coming on housing crisis. These housing crises are changing laws. How? These magical laws changing illegal. On first day you will be legal, next day you will be illegal. I say illegals are only individuals who go without visa. When any person went to any country with visa, he is legal and he must be given compensation, because one person who studied in a country 3 years, 4 years, and now he is not getting work permit and he became illegal. So I think that illegal must be differentiated from that illegal that entered through border without visa. These both illegals are being messed up by immigration system, because they just want to create the reason that you go out of the country. Why immigration systems are getting benefits from the students, paying huge fee, and when their benefits are over, mean that they got money from the students and students got degrees, now go back because now we have no concern. And they knew this thing, that the people from the tertiary countries, they are just moving to developed countries only because of the one reason, and reason is only one, that they will stay there, they will work there, they will earn there. When they don't get the benefit of these, I don't think student visas will be no more from other parts of the countries to the other developed countries. Developed countries are stopping their work permits. Now, Canada or any other country, I am talking Canada here, they are just in a very simple fashion, they made restrictions on PGWP. Now, suddenly, legal people became illegal. Similarly, if you are on work visa, you need to extend your work visa. It's very simple. I am just giving a reason when housing crisis, due to the housing crisis, how immigration systems are modifying, making legal individuals into illegal individual, and then they are talking, look at that, he is illegal and staying in our country. He was not illegal in previous immigration rule. He was made synthetically illegal. Are you getting me? He made synthetically illegal. Synthetically illegal means that deliberate illegal. And these deliberate illegals now, they are being deported back to the home countries. Now I am coming on very significant topic of housing crisis, and due to which people are suffering and they are facing new immigration rules, and immigration systems are by hook or by crook making them illegal and deporting back to the home countries. I will tell you, it's absurd, I will say, and it's absolutely wrong that illegals are responsible for housing crisis. Sorry. Immigrants are responsible for housing crisis. Immigrants are not responsible for housing crisis. It's very simple by mathematical ratio, arithmetical ratio. Populations are increasing by mathematical number. 2 multiplied by 2, 4. 4 multiplied by 4, 16. 16 multiplied by 16. 100 multiplied by 100. Population rise is the biggest issue in the developed countries. And population increasing throughout the world. Second reason, inflation throughout the world. This is not due to immigrants. Inflation now currently present in developed countries. That's why Donald Trump is talking about not assessing candidates. He is not in favor of assessing candidate. He is not checking candidate. Who are you? You are belonging to tertiary country. You belong to secondary country. You belong to poor country. You belong to rich country. No. If you have money, give me money. Who you are? You have money or by hook or by crook. You have qualification. You have no qualification. You have skills. You have no skills. Donald Trump clearly mentioning, come back to our country. There is no rule of deportation for money holders. I am talking about gold card. He told, if you have money, purchase my gold card. I am not going to assess you. I will give you respect. I will welcome you because you have money. He told in his counseling clip as well, if you have money, you are respected for me. How you earn money, I never matter. So this is the problem of inflation. When countries are giving their nationality on money, when candidates are selling, when the countries are selling their passports. Developed countries, you just have money, you purchase properties in the European countries like Switzerland, Sweden, you became very popular. You will be their national and they will respect you. And housing crisis is not due to the immigrants. I am clarifying one thing. Housing crisis is due to worst planning. I told you 10 years back, they need to plan of this current situation. Australia suffering, Canada suffering, UK suffering, USA suffering, Europe suffering. And now they are making laws that they are blaming immigrants, and even some good immigrants who are very useful, who will be in loss. These immigrants definitely will be in loss, but immigrants will be in loss less than the countries. How? You will be astonished. Countries will be more in loss because when they are deporting good people, a student who got doctor degree, medical degree, the worker who is engineer and he is giving benefit to the countries, when he will be deported back, he was able to grow professionally Canada. He was able to earn he can give economic benefit to the country like Canada, Australia. When he will be deported back, it's very difficult to replace such professionals in developed countries because histories are telling these developed countries are developed, in my opinion. They are developed countries just because of one thing. They have one thing only, and the one thing is that they are having immigrants. Due to these immigrants, it's very simple. Blood from immigrants you remove, that blood will work more in developed countries. That blood will be very professional person, enthusiastic, motivational person, because that blood want to work more, because he want to get the citizenship, he want to get work permit. But when you will assess the people who are coming, who are staying there having citizens, oh, we are already citizens, they will not work much and they will not do lot of efforts in that country. I think these countries will be no more developed countries if immigrants are not present in those countries. I am confirming one thing. They are developed just because of these people who moved in the last 20 years and they were having motivation. It's psychological game. When you are moving from migrating from poor country to rich country and you see buildings, you see buses, you see new trains, you see, okay, I will become bathroom cleaner here. I will become bathroom cleaner here. I want to get citizenship of this country. And their mind setup became very strong and they became rigid. Their flexibility finishes. They don't go back to the home country. They think we will not go to the poor country. Their mind don't accept their home country. They don't want to live even one day. They use distilled water in the home country. But when they became national of the citizen of Canada, UK, they became normal and their motivation finished. Only immigrants who are in transitional phase mean that their effort, their hard work, their speed to get the resident, they will work very hard. They will work by motivational force. They will get some extra energy. It's just like when you are running, and when you are running in normal way, mean that you are not in a race, you will not run with full speed. But when you are in a race, media is watching you, cameras are watching you, and all people are watching you. You will be, all people are watching me now, media, and these 5 minutes are life changing. You will put all your energy. Similarly, immigrants put all their energies in their works, in their skills, in their education. They are capable or they are not capable. They do only to get the citizenship. They do only to settle. I think these immigrants made countries developing into developed because one person was working of almost 50 people work. If you just analyze the situation in these developed countries, now currently more jobless people are citizens. They don't want to do jobs. They want to get allowances, from the government. They say we have no job. Technically, they have jobs. They don't want to work. They are lazy. If they will remove immigrants from the countries, and just because of housing crisis, and they will make pretext that houses are not present, and they will made rules very tight for immigrants, I say the things will become more difficult economically for developed countries. Already they are suffering inflation. In my mind, they can combat inflation only just because of one thing. If they will combat their immigrants issues, if they will reform their immigration, due to which some skilled people can enter, some skilled students can stay, and they can raise their economy, and they keep getting permanent residence as well. But if they will stop all these, if they will make pretext of housing crisis, and they will keep blaming on immigrants, that immigrants are responsible, I don't think these inflation will decrease. Thank you very much for listening my session.